देता है जहां जाके तुम पहले देख सको कि like if you are able to do this correctly or not. And meanwhile, while doing that, you can also add something to someone else's code base, right? Okay, coming to the second point, you get to interact with a lot of different people. Okay, most of them, since we all are at a student stage right now, so most of those people end up being the ones who have more experience than us in this technical domain. Okay, so you learn a lot from them. Plus, for people who are even less experienced than you, you get into that kind of mindset ki bhai, you feel like helping them and you help those people if they're stuck somewhere, right? So this is the right kind of mindset to approach open source. Let you interact with people, you learn while helping others, and you learn while gaining knowledge from people who are more experienced. Third point, exposure to more realistic standards of getting stuff done. Getting stuff done means anything from code to documentation to design. And the real world standards for those are there are many different ways of doing things, and still there are some set specific methods in which code should be implemented or documentation should be written. Usually technical documentation has a specific format, and same goes for the code, right? So what is the +1 for? Okay, I'll look at that later. But इन सब चीजों का जो वो रहता है लाइक रियल वर्ल्ड स्टैंडर्ड्स रहते हैं, तो वो सब तुम्हें एक तरह से इम्प्लीमेंट करने का मौका मिलता है ओपन सोर्स में. उसको यू गेट टू सी थिंग्स इन एक्शन, राइट? So this is also some of the benefits of open source, or why you should be interested in it. And yeah, people tend to be a lot more polite in open source, or that's just my experience. But yeah, so any questions, anyone? How many of you attended the last session? Okay.
That's what those +1s are for. Anyways, I hope
कोई point समझ में आया तो पूछ लो दोबारा.
I guess until now we have done this is the third session on open source, considering the open source is indeed a very huge world, Yeah, again, how to choose an organization for GSOC. Go awesome. Yeah, people are asking GSOC related questions. We'll be taking them at the last. Before that, we want you to know that open source again is not equals to GSOC, okay? There is a huge world and a lot of other opportunities for you in the open source world. So we'll be discussing all of them today. Okay.
Not all of them. Okay, there's a lot. I'm just going to talk about the ones I have most frequently come across. What is documentation in open source? Okay. See, documentation is either how you should be using a project. Like if you see a software, कोई API देख लिया तुमने, या फिर you find Slack. Even Slack has documentation, right? So तो वो एक तरीका होता है हर चीज को use करने का. Open source documentation may include the functions which are going into use, कुछ specific methods हैं. तो ये सब थोड़ी टेक्निकल डिटेल्स भी करते हैं, प्लस एक यूजर फेसिंग डॉक्यूमेंटेशन होता है और एक डेवलपर डॉक्यूमेंटेशन होता है, तो दोनों में अलग अलग चीजें रहती हैं. Okay.
Something I would say, I have learned this from Anand Bhaiya, I guess, giving real life examples. I guess, I guess someone was giving me an example of some chai and something like that. So I guess we can do with Maggie. So Maggie के पीछे instructions लिखे होते हैं ना, तो वो यूजर की है. तुम यूजर हो कि मैगी कैसे बनानी है. अगर मैं तुम्हें सिर्फ पैकेट पकड़ा दूं, उसके अंदर कुछ हार्ड स्टफ्ड सो कॉल्ड नूडल्स है, ठीक है, और एक पैकेट है दूसरा, तो मुझे क्या पता चलेगा क्या करना है मुझे उसका, ठीक है. तो उसके पीछे लिखा है, ठीक है. जब तुमने पहली बार मैगी देखी होगी अगेन, समथिंग लाइक दैट. So that is user documentation, how you can make that Maggie at your home. Okay. And जो workers उसकी मैगी की फैक्ट्री में काम कर रहे हैं, इफ द प्रोसेस इज मैनुअल, ठीक है, तो उनके लिए कुछ डॉक्यूमेंट्स होंगे, ठीक है, कि तुम्हें मैगी वो कैसे बनानी है, कि तुम्हें इतना सारा जो भी मैदा एंड ऑल दैट स्टफ, तुम्हें इसको इस कंटेनर के थ्रू प्रोसेस करना है, फिर ऐसा कुछ होगा. तो वो डेवलपर्स हैं उसके मैगी के, ठीक है, तो वो उनके लिए कुछ डॉक्यूमेंटेशन लिखी होगी. तो ये 2 टाइप की डॉक्यूमेंटेशन है बेसिकली.
Write that down, folks. Write that down.
Not a good example.
Developer documentation also includes methods on how you should be Git terms. I'm going to use some Git terms, so समझना है तो tension मत लेना. So they also include instructions on how you should be committing your code. Some organization even like have specific method for doing that, and how you should be like pushing your code. कुछ stress on like using something called a DCO sign off, which actually includes your email in the commit message. ठीक है, सो ये बस एक स्टैंडर्ड की बात होती है, कोई चीज कोई लोग करते कोई नहीं करते, तो डेवलपर डॉक्यूमेंटेशन में उस टाइप की चीजें भी रहती हैं. प्लस देयर आर ऑल्सो गाइडलाइंस ऑन हाउ टू कंट्रीब्यूट. सो फर्स्ट टाइम कंट्रीब्यूटर्स को उन सब चीजों के उन सब चीजों की तरफ देखना चाहिए. इस पे हम बाद में आएंगे, बट ये सब रहता है. ओके, coming to the next part, what is the meaning of the term open source? Let's go to the official source first, right? Okay, so this is the open source definition from OSI, Open Source Initiative. These are the people who have actually like standardized the license of open source. Okay, so let's see इनके according क्या कहता है. So free redistribution. The license shall not restrict any party from selling or giving away software as a component of an aggregate software distribution containing programs. Okay. So the open source software will be free to redistribute. तुम उसको like monetize एक specific तरीके से नहीं कर सकते. तो तुम अलग अलग चीजों को combine करके ऐसे sell नहीं कर सकते. ठीक है. सोर्स कोड ओपन होना चाहिए. फिर डिराइव्ड वर्क्स का ये है कि इफ क्रेडिट इज रिक्वायर्ड, कुछ में स्ट्रिक्टली होता है तो दो. एंड फिर कुछ में ऐसा भी होता है कि लाइसेंस कंप्लायंट तुम्हें चीजें करनी पड़ती है, लाइक इस लाइसेंस वाले के साथ स्पेसिफिक लाइसेंस कही जाएगा. कुछ में होता है, कुछ एकदम ऐसे होते हैं कि तुम इसमें यूज कर सकते हो और कहीं ऐसे करके. ठीक है. सो लेट्स कम टू पॉइंट नंबर 5. So this also relates to how open source communities function, right? So you're not supposed to discriminate against people. You're not supposed to be uninclusive. So open source, okay. And while doing that, you can also level up your skills, plus help out people, plus, yes, I already said that, but you will be learning a lot. And you also get familiar with how things work in real world, how you're supposed to communicate. And since like open source में communication का ये होता है कि most of it is kept public unless and until there's something very critical. Okay, so ऐसी चीज like culture specific, open source culture specific होती है. So इन सब चीजों को जानने का मौका मिलता है. Okay, any questions or confusions?
I guess like there are two questions in the chat. Okay, one is saying that will we be able to contribute in open source after learning a language or data structure?
You can contribute to open source without learning any language or DSA. Okay. Okay, you can be the kind of a person who learns on the go. Okay, it might take you not a lot of, like more time than usual people do to solve something particular. Even if it's a coding issue, but you can always like pick up things as you go. Okay. Or you can just get somewhat basic or intermediate level familiar with a language and jump straight into an open source project which looks like it might be needing help. Open source में क्या होता है कि you will end up learning something or the other which you did not know earlier. ठीक है, क्योंकि हर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का एक तो टेक स्टैक डिफरेंट है. ठीक है, तुम लैंग्वेज सीख भी लोगे तो तुम्हें एक लाइब्रेरी के साथ फेमिलियर होना पड़ेगा. फिर उसमें भी काम करने के तरीके होते हैं, राइट? एंड उनके भी कोडिंग स्टैंडर्ड होते हैं. प्लस तुम्हें लाइक कमिट कैसे कर रहे हो तुम अपने, ये सब कुछ. हाँ, डीएसए इज नॉट इम्पॉर्टेंट. लाइक DSA is important, but it's not exactly a necessary condition for contributing to open source. Okay. But any knowledge is good knowledge, I guess.
That also solves the next question, I guess. Like after learning web dev, of course, like ask them. I'm basically summed
Why
all
not?
of it.
Like,
Yeah,
web dev doesn't stop you from learning, contributing to open source.
No, actually, this is good. Like once you get into the world of like any particular domain, you get to explore a lot of technologies. Like so, you can be, so-called get preferences. I want to contribute in this particular project because, like, again, like this is a good project, I feel, and I feel this also matches my tech stack somewhat. Of course, you'll be learning more things on the way, but you can
Yeah,
have
because there
preferences.
will always be something which does not match up with your tech stack.
Yes, actually. Maybe they are using something different, like even a single thing has like 1,000 ways to do. So maybe they are using something different, and maybe even if they are using different folder structure than you might say, ki, okay, bhai, ye to alag kaam kar rahe hain, but it's the same thing, right? After all.
Well, folder structure and libraries. Okay.
GitHub is an example of open source, right? Are there more? Yes, we
GitHub
told.
is an example of a service which helps you host repositories, and yes, it is open source, and yes, it is sort of a company. Yep, there are. GitLab, I think, is open source as well. Is it?
Not sure if it's open source, like, but there are alternatives like GitLab, Bitbucket, and
I mean, what
GitKraken.
kind of example do you want? Like, do you want repository hosting examples, or do you want
Basically, we
examples
went
in
over
general?
this. We went over this in the last session that GitHub is just a place where you host your projects and other people collaborate. That's it. That's
If
it.
you want examples, there are like basically the whole Linux kernel is considered open source.
Anyways,
There's Python,
AOSP.
which is open source. Like C Python is an open source repository, which is essentially your Python language ka base. So, and then there's tons of projects, dude.
I guess we will be coming over to the open source program just now. And before that, like some people are asking like AOSP, open source and license and all that stuff. So I guess we'll be
What is
covering
it?
these terms in the last, I guess, licenses and all that stuff. We can cover this in the last. We should really move on to the, open source programs. Meanwhile, feel free to drop questions. We should move to that, like you must know about like, okay, ठीक है इतना सब जान लिया है, ठीक है भाई अब करना भी है ना तो programs वगैरह देख लो.
Okay, let me just reiterate somewhat like how you should be looking at open source and these programs. So all of these programs that I'm going to talk about today are here just to promote open source development among students. और इनका ये भी गोल है कि आगे चलकर ये स्टूडेंट्स या तो उस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में और ज्यादा वैल्यूएबल कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशंस करें या उसका एक इम्पॉर्टेंट पार्ट बने जाके, राइट, कि उनका कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशन वैल्यूड हो. तो ओपन सोर्स ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में क्या होता है कि योर कोड actually ends up being used by people, okay? And like that's that's a really great thing. I mean, you even have the chance to get real world feedback on how something is working and how something is affecting someone else's work, and like, you get lots of gratitude for your work from other people. So yeah, that's more of an emotional aspect, but I just thought I should point it out. Okay, let's move on to the programs. Okay, MLS fellowship. किस-किसने सुना है MLS fellowship के बारे में? किसी ने सुना है पहले? ओके, कोई नहीं, मैं बता रही हूँ. तो जिन्होंने सुना है बढ़िया, बिकॉज लाइक या इनका काफी ज्यादा फेमस है ये, तो आई शुड ब्रिंग अप आई गेस. उसका फॉर्मेट ये है कि they focus more on turning developers into open source developers. So how it originated was last year COVID-19 के कारण काफी लोगों का लाइक इंटर्नशिप शटडाउन हो गया था, उनका मतलब ऑफर्स वापस ले लिए गए थे. So there were a lot of people who did not have like opportunities for themselves. So MLH launched this program, and they have actually 3 tracks, but I'm going to be focusing on the open source one. It does not matter, they're more or less the same, but here we'll be talking about the open source portion of it. So how they present themselves to the open source project is that they talk about like if you have something you want to achieve and you want to include students in the development of a program, plus make it easier for yourself to actually hire people later on if they're like good at contributing to your project. So this way organizations can apply to it. Okay, so the participating organizations are, I think, variable. It's not exactly completely open information, but you can always find blog posts from people who have worked under MLH fellowship. Okay, let's come into the participation part. So they started with an application form which takes 30 to 45 minutes to fill up. Then once that is accepted, there's an like a tiny HR interview format call where you have to talk about your motivation and even some of the like work you've done, like not in deep technical detail, but it goes somewhat like that. And the third part is the technical interview where you explain a code written by yourself to the person you're talking to, who is obviously well versed in that technology. So if you can get this if you can get this explanation on point, you end up being selected for the MLH fellowship. So I think the format is more or less the same, and the application for this, for the May to July term, are open right now. So you can go straight out after this event and apply to it. There's also a winter term which starts in February, but the applications for that are closed. So you can even try out at the end of the year if you want to. Okay. Any question related to this?
I guess until now there are any.
Okay, Nikhil says can be, would be able to
Yeah,
make.
we will take that in the last, I guess, quite specifically.
Okay, let's come to the next one. It's actually a bundle of things and not one specific thing. Linux Foundation and related mentorships. ठीक है, इनका फोकस है लाइक मोर लाइक सिस्टम स्पेसिफिक लिनक्स एनवायरनमेंट में जो चीजें रहती है उन पे फोकस्ड है. बट लिनक्स फाउंडेशन जो है इट्स एन अम्ब्रेला ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. ठीक है, और उसके अलावा भी दे सपोर्ट सम प्रोजेक्ट्स लाइक मैं chaos प्रोजेक्ट के अंदर एक डेवलपर हूँ. सो Linux Foundation kind of supports chaos project. It's not exactly under it, but they support it. So I think it used to be, but let's not. Okay, so Linux Foundation related mentorship. तो इनका focus ये है कि we will involve more people into open source. Simple. So these are not, I think, limited simply to students. Students के अलावा भी औरों को लेते हैं. तो इनका ये है कि there are lots of things which fall under this. So अभी recently क्या हुआ, Open Mainframe Project Mentorship करके एक program है. Mainframes are basically computers which work on a lot of data, और उनका जो base architecture होता है it's completely different from your normal computers. So Open Mainframe project deals with those kind of things, and they even have developers from companies like IBM working on those projects. So it's a pretty good program. So recently they shifted under Linux Foundation mentorships, and it's been represented on a platform called Community Bridge, which is a place for this. Then there are also mentorship programs related specifically to kernel development and network-based projects. So these can be these are more higher level projects, but in open source, you sometimes need to have very specific knowledge and just familiarity with the project in order to contribute, even if it may look complicated. So yeah, it does take some time to get familiar with things, and I'm still learning how to do that, but it's a good opportunity. Okay, and the mentors on these things are like really, really old developers. They're very experienced. So I think these are one of my favorite types of mentorship programs. Okay, I'll be showing you the Community Bridge platform where Linux Foundation states its mentorship programs. So here we have something from the Linux kernel, evaluate and improve checkpatch.pl. So they have listed the technologies they would be needing. And you don't need to know everything in depth. You just need to know the required things properly enough so that you can get the work done correctly. Okay. And here are the profiles of mentors. There are mentees. And this is another organization which is being supported by Linux Foundation. So Linux Foundation really supports a lot of like diversity related initiatives and other things. So they have multiple mentorship programs. So I suggest you check it out after this event. Okay. We are going to be moving to the thing we are here to talk about after this. So do you have any other questions? Like, iska koi part samajh nahi aata, puch lo. Please puch lo.
I guess someone was asking like what type of problem should we solve as a beginner to start with open source contribution?
I would suggest documentation से start करो अगर तुम्हें कहीं पे उस चीज के साथ हेल्प करने को मिल जाता है और GitHub पे you can always search for good first issues. ठीक है एंड ये एक स्पेसिफिक टैग रहता है मतलब ठीक है तो these issues are usually geared towards people who are either A, new to the technology that is being contributed to, or B, those who have less docs या फिर छोटे मोटे changes and एक और भी programs होते हैं Hacktoberfest वगैरह but you don't need Hacktoberfest to become an open source contributor. That's like open all year round thing. ठीक है तो GitHub पे you can search for good first issues या फिर if some project catches your eyes and you go through their documentation and you find a tiny error somewhere, so go ahead and make a PR for that, right? PR is a pull request. Pull request means you are suggesting some changes to something. Okay. पर गुड फर्स्ट इशू एक्चुअली कभी-कभी बिगिनर फ्रेंडली नहीं होता. गुड पॉइंट. बट इफ इट्स नॉट यू कैन ऑलवेज टॉक टू द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन कि भाई तुमने क्यों करा ये. लाइक बिगिनर फ्रेंडली लाइक वो डेवलपर्स थोड़े एक्सपीरियंस्ड होते हैं सो दे कैन जस्ट it gets complicated. So you can always iteratively work on that.
It's like you are not going to find good first issue regarding documentation only. It's like if you are going for a big organization, like maybe the project is made in Golang, right? So at least it will include like, it's like at least it will include like making some, some part of the program and like maybe, at least somewhat like fixing a very middle issues, somewhat like maybe removing redundant code. At least I am saying ki if it's made in Golang, at least you can expect that to happen, right? You should kind of know a little bit of Golang in order to like maybe work on some issues.
You can always go for something which is not related to an organization just for like practice. So GitHub is like open space or you can just send a PR to some poor person's code and tell them that I fixed this thing and if this is better, you can please merge it.
Actually, like you can contribute in anyone's repository. Maybe like even if you find that your friend probably has some bugs or like some problems in his project or whatever he has hosted on GitHub, right? He, she. So you can always just do the changes and be like, okay, I did this.
Just don't commit a white space, okay?
Charity starts at home, but this is not charity. Okay, don't compare it with that. I'm recently doing this stuff. सबको बता दे अक्टूबर में कैसे ला रहे हो टी शर्ट.
I didn't participate last year.
दादागिरी से एक्सेप्ट करवा लेंगे. हाँ मतलब you can always have that option.
You are supposed to be polite, dude.
Actually, like when you talk on these issues with like organization stuff, so if you go to like, "Karan, मेरी pull request ना merge कर दो," good luck getting that merged. Like even if it will be a good one, no, I don't think so. It will be merged in that way. You need to be polite.
You are supposed to be patient sometimes. मेरी कुछ प्यार तो 3-4 महीने बाद रिक्वेस्ट वो हुई थी merge.
It takes time, right? So Anyways,
Especially if they are busy and especially if it's kind of a side project for the organization and they don't focus that much on it. Wanna make request on your project, Aman Bhaiya. Now you are getting contributors. Congratulations.
थैंक यू कर देना भाई, कर देना, बड़े चेंजेस कर देना कुछ। एनीवेज, तो अभी 2 प्रोग्राम्स का है ना बचेंगे, लास्ट में इनकी वेबसाइट्स भी एक्सप्लोर कर लेंगे, बल्कि या तो अभी साथ में दिखा दो आप इनको वेबसाइट्स भी, मतलब लाइक यू नो MLH की एंड ऑल दैट स्टफ।
MLH की वेबसाइट पे ज्यादा कुछ है नहीं।
चलो ठीक है, यू हैव शेयर्ड वन स्लाइड
जो मैंने पढ़े थे मैं तुमको भेज दूंगी, वो मैंने लिंक कर रखे हैं, तो
ठीक है
मैं स्लाइड में ऐड कर दूंगी उनको इवेंट के बाद।
अभी दिखा देंगे। ओके कूल। इतनी समझ में आ गई है 2?
नो, हाँ
मैं इनसे कह रहा हूँ 2 समझ में आ गई है। ये दोनों आ गई ना, राइट? सीरियसली, लाइक नाउ यू नो कि whether you will apply or not। कुछ लिख दो भाई। नहीं, ये तो देवव्रत है भाई, इसका तो सबको पता है। खैर इसको छोड़ो, बाकी क्या बताओ यार, सच सो गए क्या सारे?
नारुतो गाय
यार, दिस इज द नारुतो गाय। सी, एवरीवन नोज हिम बाय द नेम ऑफ नारुतो। वासुदेव। ओके कूल कूल कूल। बाकी भी लिख दो यार, सो गए क्या सारे? सीरियसली, 55 में से इतने लोगों को आता है गूगल का चैट ऑप्शन यूज करना। चलो एक को नहीं आता था, वो गया, कह रहा भाई मुझे नहीं आता यूज करना चैट ऑप्शन। यप, व्हाट वाज द क्वेश्चन? बहुत बढ़िया। भाई क्लास थोड़ी चल रही है।
SGPA पूछ रही थी मैं तुम्हारा।
किससे बोल रहे हो?
बोला था क्वेश्चन क्या है ना, मैं बोला SGPA पूछ रही थी मैं तुम्हारा।
एनीवेज भाई, सिर्फ यही पूछ रहे हैं कि वो दोनों समझ में आ गई ना, लाइक अगर नहीं भी आई कोई नहीं, लास्ट में कर लेंगे यार, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, दोबारा एक बार समराइज कर देंगे। आगे मेन पे आ जाओ, और जो भी थे।
हो गया, चलो लेट्स गेट बैक टू द स्लाइड। लेट्स टॉक अबाउट गूगल समर ऑफ कोड।
फाइनली।
So this is coming from personal experience, और इसलिए इसमें ज्यादा डिटेल्स डाली है मैंने। तो it's not an internship, पहली बात, and you're not supposed to say crack, okay? Not at least in front of me. You can say it anywhere else, but not in front of me. इसका वर्किंग पीरियड मैंने डाला है जून टू अगस्त, बट इट टेक्स मच मोर टाइम देन दैट, क्योंकि मार्च में यू आर एक्चुअली इंटरैक्टिंग विद द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन एंड ड्राफ्टिंग योर प्रपोजल। April में you have an optional period where you can interact with those organizations. May में it's actually the time for community bonding period. Okay, I'm not sure what the timeline for this year is, but ये मैंने अपने उससे पिछले साल के हिसाब से पूरा डाला है, ठीक है। एंड February लास्ट वीक में जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की लिस्ट होती है जो सेलेक्टेड है वो बाहर आ जाती है। Okay, so goal is to involve student volunteers in open source projects so that they can help in future maintenance of projects. वही है, like get students into the open source ecosystem so that they can learn things, build things, contribute meaningful code to the open source organizations. Most of the open source organizations का क्या सीन रहता है कि ये वॉलंटियर रन होती है, ठीक है। लोग अपनी जिंदगी में से टाइम निकाल के इन प्रोजेक्ट्स पे कंट्रीब्यूट करते हैं, क्योंकि वो उनकी या तो कोई प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करती है या फिर that project means something to them, right? It's also a really good space for students to build their resume. So GSOC हो ना हो, you end up learning tons of things even while writing your proposal. ठीक है, participating organization हर साल change होती है, but like कुछ का रहता है कि हम कि वो select होती हैं। बड़ी organization जैसे Linux Foundation वगैरह वो select होती हैं, तो उनमें contributors, especially lots of Indians end up contributing for me. Like कुछ लोग तो एक साल के लिए भी contribute करते हैं select होने से पहले। Like it's just a great thing to be getting selected in GSOC, but it's like a greater thing to actually understand what this program is for. And if you reach that goal even without like being a GSOC participant, like it's kind of a successful result of the program. Okay, so there are many participating organizations and the tech stack ranges from arcane to brand new. Okay, कुछ projects Fortran related भी होते हैं इसमें, कुछ प्रोजेक्ट जावास्क्रिप्ट रिलेटेड भी होते हैं, एवरीथिंग एल्स इन बिटवीन, पर्ल, PHP, Haskell, you name it. Okay, so like there's something for every tech stack within Google Server of Code का organizations. And ऐसा होगा कि there most of the time तुम कोई ऐसा प्रोजेक्ट देखोगे कि या तो उसका जो रिक्वायरमेंट्स है वो तुम्हारी स्किल से बिल्कुल भी मैच नहीं करता, या फिर वो तुम्हारी स्किल्स का बस कुछ परसेंट से मैच करता है. And the rest of the things you end up learning while drafting a proposal or interacting with the organization, उनके issues solve कर करके. ठीक है? Okay, let's come to the part about how to participate. सबसे पहले फरवरी में ऑर्गेनाइजेशन लिस्ट बाहर आने के बाद या उससे पहले भी you interact with the organization one and you contribute code or documentation or even help them in resolving bugs. Okay, सो ये इंटरैक्ट एंड कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशन वाला पार्ट. ठीक है, और ये करते करते तुम्हें समझ आता है कि तुम किसी स्पेसिफिक प्रोजेक्ट के लिए काम कर रहे हो, तो तुम कितना उस पे कितना अच्छे से समझ रहे हो. ठीक है, और बाद में ही इंफॉर्मेशन तुम अपना प्रपोजल ड्राफ्ट करने में यूज करते हो. ओके, लेट मी जस्ट शो यू व्हाट GSOC का आर्काइव्स लुक लाइक.
Basically, archive is a place where previous, projects are there, like previous organizations and like what project they came up with. So you people do realize, right? What is an organization? कि हो क्या रहा है यहाँ पे GSOC में, like जो method है वो ये रहता है कि organization as in like it could be companies, but we are not calling them companies. Okay, they, for the sake of good world, we call them organizations. So these organizations come here, post their projects कि हाँ ठीक है, we want like people to collaborate with us and contribute on these projects. So now you as an individual apply कि yes, I want to work with you. ठीक है, and while working that you get of course knowledge, and yes, for the people who want to know, there are stipends. Okay. Well, there are some changes in this year, so it got reduced to half, but still, half is still too much.
The working time got reduced to half. क्योंकि कुछ projects में ऐसा हो रहा था कि students used to overestimate their abilities, and like कुछ mentors are like they were kind of unavailable, but that's not the norm. That's just the exception. So usually, open source organization mentors are like people who you can communicate with, who you can discuss projects with. They care about the project. Okay, जिसके वो mentors होते हैं. So, and they are also experienced developers mostly. So these are all organizations. If you're not familiar with their name, don't panic. It's just right. मैंने भी पहली बार खोला था तो मुझे बहुत डर लगा था कि क्या खोल दिया. Okay, so don't panic. They're just open source organizations. Okay. You might have heard Anita Bjork. This is pretty famous. And if you open anything, suppose I'm opening CNCF ka organization page. So you can see the ideas list and you can see the communication channels over here, like mailing list, IRC channels, mails. This is actually after the selection. Archives actually hold records of previous projects. So there are names of students and their projects over here. But when the organization names are announced, only this card and this card is available over here. Okay, so you can see ideas list and you can see the communication channels. Ideas list is actually organization की wish list कि हम इन ideas पे काम करना चाहते हैं इस summer students के साथ. तुम किस चीज पे काम करते हो या क्या चीज तुम प्रपोज करना चाह रहे हो उस चीज तक लिमिटेड नहीं रहती, बट वो एक तरह से प्रेफर्ड होते हैं. तुम अपना प्रोजेक्ट भी सजेस्ट कर सकते हो, बट उस पर तुम्हें एडिशनल रिसर्च करनी पड़ेगी, प्लस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को उसे एक मेंटोर असाइन करना पड़ेगा. ओके, and if you're an old contributor to some organization, a mentor may even suggest a project to you ki like you can maybe work on this during the summer of code season. Okay, so ऐसा रहता है कि कुछ प्रोजेक्ट्स में एक्सपीरियंस लेवल तुम्हारा ज्यादा होना चाहिए, कुछ में इट्स ओके इफ यू आर अ बिगिनर. ठीक है. Coming to the second part, drafting a proposal, alternatively dream project execution plan. This is your wish list. This is your wish list regarding the project. This is your timeline. This is your methodology of doing something, like implementing the project. You may or may not stick to it during the GSOC period, but it kind of shows कि तुम्हें कितना समझ आ रहा है प्रोजेक्ट. भाई तुम अब किसी चीज का सोल्यूशन प्रपोज कर रहे हो, तो इट ऑल्सो मीन्स दैट तुमने उस प्रॉब्लम को समझने की कोशिश करी है, और लाइक तुम्हारे सोचने का डायरेक्शन दिखाता है कि तुम्हारे गोल्स ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के गोल्स के साथ कितना अलाइन कर रहे हैं, कितने अच्छे से तुम उनके साथ काम कर पाओगे. Okay, so basically your end goal should be that the mentor should know your name, okay, कि तुमने कुछ करा, and not in a bad way, in a good way, कि like this is a valuable contributor, and if we wish to like maybe we want to have this contributor within our organization, we want this contributor to work for our organization during Google Summer of Code. ठीक है. So जब तुम प्रपोजल ड्राफ्ट करते हो, तुम्हारा फर्स्ट ड्राफ्ट कभी परफेक्ट नहीं होगा. ठीक है. आगे चल के उसमें एडिट्स होंगे, और एडिट्स कैसे होंगे? यू जस्ट सजेस्ट समथिंग, यू गेट योर मेंटोर टू रिव्यू इट ऑन टाइम. ओके, यू डोंट डू दीज थिंग्स लास्ट मिनट. सो तुम मेंटोर को बोलते हो कि प्लीज रिव्यू कर दीजिए, एंड दे डू इट, and then they add their input, and then you make changes according to that. And if you can, you get even a second or a third revision, but one should be enough, but कोई नहीं. So you actually get idea कि proposal में लिखना क्या है when you contribute to the organization. Third point, submit it on time. Okay, this is important. Don't be that person who has their proposal written in gold, but they do not submit it on time. Okay, this is important. You are supposed to submit your proposal on time. Keep an eye on the timeline. Keep an eye on the time when you are supposed to submit the proposal. And ideal scenario, do it one day before the deadline, please. You can always go back and edit the PDF you have submitted, but you cannot edit something which you never submitted on time, right? This deadline is pretty strict, and there is no relaxation on it. Even COVID period के time पे भी they did not give any relaxation into this proposal submission deadline, because it would have been unfair for the student जो कि पहले से काम कर रहे थे. Okay, then comes to the optional duration. So proposal submit करने के पहले के बाद और selection होने से पहले एक buffer period रहता है जिसमें organizations उन चीजों को रिव्यू करती हैं. ठीक है. इस टाइम के दौरान, ये 1 महीने के आसपास होता है, इस टाइम के दौरान तुम अपने कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशंस जारी रख सकते हो. ओके, दैट्स द लाइक ओपन सोर्स स्पिरिट. यू गेट टू एंगेज विद द कम्युनिटी, एंड यू गेट टू नो द प्रोजेक्ट यू आर गोइंग टू वर्क ऑन बेटर. ठीक है. ओके, नाउ
Actually speaking,
yes.
Actually speaking, I would like to mention that this optional part, right? Like it's the essence. I would say, ki your interaction makes it rather much more valuable. Ki GSOC definitely has its perks. The name, the stipend, and like the projects you get to do. But the main part is the people you meet are amazing. Especially the mentors and other people also that you'll be doing projects with, right? Even like if I ask Asam, like she has like friends, like little friends from like her GSOC period, right? And the awesome mentors that she can still contact till date, right? And like I remember like there is this program Google Code in, if you have heard of it. Like it's more towards like it's a chota bhai of Google GSOC.
It has been ended.
Oh, unfortunately enough. Anyway, so it was for school students, I guess, but वो Google GSOC का छोटा भाई था, मतलब ठीक है. But I remember like my one friend did that, and he's still in contact with the mentor of Google Coding वाला बंदा. ठीक है. तो वो इतने सही लोग हैं, मतलब literally, and like who, even if you are still, looking for that end goal job and all that stuff, तो वो भी possible है. मतलब like they people like referrals, definitely. Referrals have strong power, okay? There's a question asked, should first year students also apply for GSOC?
दोबारा बोलना, क्या बोला तुमने? आवाज कट गई तुम्हारी.
Should first year students also apply for GSOC?
बिंदास करो. करो भाई.
Kind of कह दे रहा है. Actually. So there is one another. Actually, regarding GSOC, अभी आज टाइम से सिर्फ जबरदस्ती पूछूंगा बैठ के इनसे. मैंने कहा जर्नी बताओ अपनी GSOC की, और तुम सारे GSOC रिलेटेड क्वेश्चंस पूछ सकते हो बिल्कुल पर्टिकुलर, ठीक है. अभी बाकी के ओपन सोर्स प्रोग्राम पे ज्यादा फोकस कर लेते हैं. एक लास्ट क्वेश्चन ले लेते हैं, उसके बाद लिख देना सारे चैट में, ठीक है. वी हैव टू कॉन्ट्रीब्यूट इन एन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन बिफोर द लिस्ट ऑफ पार्टिसिपेटिंग ऑर्गेनाइजेशन कम. ये अभी लेते हैं, ठीक है,
Up to
इसके
you.
बाद. ठीक है,
Okay, let's come to this.
GSOC रिलेटेड
Branching
सारे
off
इसके
from
बाद.
GSOC, so जो थोड़ी सी बड़ी GSOC organizations होती हैं, वो like they can sometimes afford to do their own summer of code. So GSOC में क्या होता है कि Google open source actually allocates slots to organization based on कि कितने उनका potential है, कितने applicants पे आए, तो और like कितना वो मतलब पुरानी. These are kind of ambiguous factors, so they just allocate slots to organization. Slots mean the number of students an organization can take in during this GSOC. The maximum number of students an organization can take in for GSOC. So जो थोड़ी सी बड़ी GSOC organizations होती हैं, वो करते हैं कि हम अपनी साइड से भी अगर कोई स्टूडेंट GSOC में सेलेक्ट नहीं हुआ है और हम उसमें पोटेंशियल दिख रहा है कि हम ये कंट्रीब्यूटर रखना चाहेंगे अपने पास थोड़े टाइम के लिए, तो वो उनका लाइक वेकेशन का जो वर्क होता है उनके प्रोजेक्ट्स पे उसको फंड करती हैं. सो normally these organization use your GSOC proposal as a parameter for judging if we should be taking you in as our own summer of code student or not. So ये 2-3 प्रोग्राम है जिनका मैंने सुना है कि Rocket Chat थोड़ा बहुत करता है ऐसे. Then there's also Zulip summer of code. Zulip is a chat application, mostly like open source chat application, and Julia is a language which is similar to Python in function. Rocket Chat is another chatting option. So these organizations sometimes, okay, this is tentative, this is purely based on how many slots they're getting and if they feel like investing in more contributors. So they might even do this kind of thing. Okay, branching off from each other. Coming to notable mentions. Okay, so I've included Google Season of Docs over here. So it's a program which is, of course, related to writing of technical documentation. This might either be user facing or developer facing, and इसमें यह है कि they are trying to get in professional documentation experts working on open source projects. ठीक है, अब ऐसा नहीं है कि इसमें students participate नहीं करते, but like अगर student के पास technical writing का past experience है तो वो उसमें participate कर सकते हैं. And Season of Docs में norm है कि they would work on their docs, but sometimes वो code contributions भी करते हैं because it's like a method of understanding what you're supposed to work on, what you're supposed to write. Okay, so हाँ ऐसी चीजें भी होती हैं. Then Outreachy is a good program.
Okay. But we can't apply.
It's more inclusive. It's more geared towards like including minorities in tech, which actually includes women and non-binary people and people from countries where the participation into open source is not that great. And इसमें participate करने वाली सारी organizations are like mostly big organizations. So का ये रहता है. Plus मुझे exactly specific point to point चीजें नहीं पता इसके बारे में, but ये इसका participation eligibility का जिस था. Plus you need 49 consecutive days of summer vacation to participate in Outreach.
So basically, if you like somehow convince the Graphic Arrow authorities कि we want 49 consecutive holidays in first year, good luck. In second year also good luck. Third year also good luck. Fourth year में शायद से मिल जाए.
There's a reason why I'm a GSOC करोगे.
मुश्किल है यार, नहीं मिलती छुट्टियां ज्यादा जल्दी से. Anyways, so अभी GSOC के बारे में खेल रहा उस पे आते हैं.
I'm not even sure how it might go under this COVID situation thing. So, okay, and Outreachy का ये भी है कि if you are already a Google Summer of Code student, you cannot participate in Outreachy.
Okay. Okay. Anyways, Force Asia. Let's complete it with that and then come to the GSOC.
Causatia is another organization जिनके like they actually focus on multiple like mostly application और web development projects. कुछ blockchain के भी होते हैं तो इनका एक अपना mentorship program है. You can Google it up and I'll try to come up with the link if I can. But it's pretty easy to find, so you can look it up. And I think application are open all year round, but इनका भी summer focused होता है थोड़ा बहुत. Anyway, let's move on to some useful communication pointers. This is going to be my favorite part, I think. I would request all of you to read the slide.
Basically, before that, like there is one question. Please, like as we were doing fun while explaining Outreachy, right? For the most part. So please explain it again to the people. At least just Outreachy part.
Okay, mostly women and non-binary folks are eligible for Outreachy. Okay, and you need 49 consecutive days free for Outreachy, which means 49 days of vacation at least. And you should not have any other time commitments during that phase because इनका strict रहता है कि we want 40 hours a week work from you, at least 40 hours a week of work from you. And इसपे like इनका project categorization भी काफी clear कट रहता है कि we want this technology and on a scale of 1 to 5 your skill set should be this. ठीक है, so they actually tell you कि what they require from you exactly, and yeah, it's pretty good. They even give you travel grants for things.
Anyways, I guess I hope you must have read these pointers.
Outreachy का जो intake होता है, it's around 30 something लोग लेते हैं. So it's just as competitive. Okay, simply because it's not like including the tech majority does not mean that it gets easier, but it just creates a like more inclusive platform for people to participate in. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, then like these pointers, some communications pointers. Well, I guess most of you must have read it. Anyways, you can always read this. Okay, let's come to GSOC. Okay, like I have gone through whole chat summary, basically all the GSOC questions. So keep putting your questions in the chat. Feel free to unmute yourself if you want to ask something from Astha ma'am. Okay, so again, like let me just summarize you for it. What it was, and then we can ask the whole journey of GSOC from Astha ma'am. Okay. So you got the idea. These are like all the basically, all these, programs we mentioned are just another open source programs. Okay. There are a lot more like that. You can go into open source world without even, these programs. Okay. So
yes,
that's always an option.
It's like an evergreen thing. You can enter open source at any time, contribute valuable things at any time, gain experience at any time.
Actually, that's how it is.
Yep. GSOC had a very famous quotation sort of thing associated with like flip bits, not burgers.
Well, that sounds cool, really. Flip bits, not burgers. Okay, cool enough. So, well, like again, all these programs have their own type of guidelines, how you can apply. It's pretty easy and like everything must be on their website. We just wanted to make you aware of these type of programs, that there are other programs that are available, okay, in which you can definitely apply. And we will be discussing all over about like how Astha ma'am, did GSOC and like how she went over all the process just now. But before that, just so you have a clarification, GSOC में क्या होता है? Organizations आ रही हैं, अपने projects लेके आ रही हैं, ideas लेके आ रही हैं, and you as an individual, firstly, draft a proposal कि that I want to work on this. You work on that.
You contribute first, interact first, then draft a proposal.
So basically, like, if you have pre-communication with the organization and if you have also worked with other projects or that particular project before entering into even GSOC, that helps definitely. Well, we'll be discussing all over that. But that's it for the most part, okay? And there is someone in the chat saying कितना पैसा मिला, तो आज हम बता दो ना कितना पैसा मिला.
You can Google it up.
they want to hear it from your own mouth.
मैं नहीं बता रही.
Well, there is definitely stipends in these type of things also. GSOC का recently work time भी आधा हो गया, stipend भी आधा हो गया. Okay, I guess it was 3.3 to 3.5K dollars. Okay, so convert कर लेना यार जितना ही बैठता है. तो आज तक हमसे सब पार्टी ले रहे हैं जब भी कॉलेज में जाओ. ठीक है, ढाई ढाई
कोई
लाख के आसपास.
जरूरत नहीं है.
इनके
You
पास 2 लाख
probably
रुपए
won't
पड़े हैं.
recognize me.
इनके पास 2 लाख रुपए पड़े हैं, तो मतलब इनसे 2 लाख की पार्टी लेंगे हम जब कॉलेज आएंगे. ठीक है, तो ऐसा हिसाब है. तो एनीवेज, तो
I said
अच्छा
no such thing. I
हम
said
सुनते
no
नहीं हो.
such.
हम सुनते नहीं. एनीवेज, तो आसान पता, लाइक आपने ऑर्गेनाइजेशन कैसे चूज करी थी? और लाइक फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन वही है कि ऑर्गेनाइजेशन कैसे, लाइक काफी लोगों को ये कि मेरा स्किल सेट कुछ और है. और मैं मतलब एक क्वेश्चन ये भी था कि मैं सबको समअप कर देता हूँ अगेन, कि एक क्वेश्चन ये था कि मेरा स्किल सेट कुछ और है, बट मेरा जो इंटरेस्ट हो किसी और पर्टिकुलर कंपनी में प्रोजेक्ट, मतलब सॉरी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन प्रोजेक्ट में आ रहा है, राइट? सो ऑल दीज टाइप ऑफ थिंग्स, तो किस में करना चाहिए? हाउ टू सेलेक्ट द बेस्ट सो कॉल्ड जीसा ऑर्गेनाइजेशन in your point of view?
Cool. Like, how can
Yeah.
you? Okay. So, is that a practical situation or a hypothetical one?
It's a practical one. Like,
Okay. So you can like go. You can just try to estimate how much you'll need to learn some specific technology in order to start contributing to the project you like better. Okay, and like sometimes you even need to see कि contribution की volume किधर ज़्यादा है. Sometimes ऐसा होता है कि mentors get overly busy because there are so many contributors vying for their attention. And फिर like देखो, इसका आंसर तो यही होगा कि you can try contributing code to both the projects. It never hurts to contribute more, no matter where you are putting your efforts. So if you find it easier to contribute in the one which matches up with your skill, go ahead and make some valuable, go ahead and contribute some valuable code. You might even get interested in later on, but that's your personal preference. And you can even like side by side try to study the study the things required for the project you're interested in, because like either you can do this or you just can you can just go ahead with one of them. I cannot decide for you, right? So,
yeah. So, like, what parameters did you go for, like, while choosing an organization for yourself? There's another thing. Can you apply to multiple organizations at the same time?
three, but focus on one. Like you can submit 3 proposals. You can submit multiple proposals in the same organization. You can put in 3 proposals each in 3 different organizations, but the maximum limit for proposals is 3. ठीक है? क्या बोल रहे थे तुम?
Yeah, so basically that is that. And like, what parameters did you looked upon? Like while you chose Chaos as an organization, right? So did you really looked upon the technology stack? Do I know this? Like, I guess like whatever your project was, you can go through.
ज़्यादातर काम Python में होता है.
Okay. So like you knew.
Python का P, okay.
Okay. Well, that's +1 for you who are thinking ki,
So, I kind of did a linear search through all the project ideas.
and what exactly do you mean by that?
I went through literally every idea list.
Oh, like, well, definitely the one who invests the time gets the result, I guess. Well, like, I wouldn't exactly say in my personal preference, I don't think so. It should match your tech stack. Like, if you are familiar with one sort of technology, any one technology, okay, and if you have worked with some sort of project, then I personally don't think so that you will be needing that much time, like being a beginner in another technology, if it's similar or something like that.
हाँ, और mostly जितने bugs होते हैं, like at least bugs are mostly उनका रहता है कि some library is acting up और उसके लिए एक specific knowledge bit की जरूरत होती है तुमको. Multiple specific knowledge bits, but हाँ.
And but we are still dealing this question that GSOC का कोई इंटरेस्ट नहीं होता क्या?
किसने बोला ये?
Anyways,
When my shotgun.
when you have license for shotgun, no, bro. We like GSOC has no test. It's just you and your skills and your contributions. That's it.
I'm not actually going to shoot you, but
Okay. There is another question. I guess this is repeated. Okay. There are two questions again. So basically, on what basis students are selected? Like depends on organization, I guess. And is Android development friendly for GSOC organization or not? Like basically, you mean ki you know Android dev?
I'm missing out on the track of questions.
Okay.
Okay.
I will take it up for you.
Yes, there are organizations which have projects in Android. There's Open Food Facts. There's even Wikimedia. If you don't know Wikimedia, that's basically the organization behind Wikipedia. So they have something called Wikimedia Common, the Android app. Plus there is MyFirst, Anita Bjork, so many things. I think even Fedora had an Android app somewhere. कहीं देखा था मैंने.
Yes, वेब डेव भी है. सारे डोमेन्स हैं. लाइक डोमेन स्पेसिफिक की कोई ऐसी बात नहीं है. सारे डोमेन्स का होता है. एंड ओके, ये हो गया. एंड व्हाट बेसिस स्टूडेंट्स आर सिलेक्टेड? ओके,
व्हाट बेसिस स्टूडेंट्स आर सिलेक्टेड प्लस तुम डिपेंड्स ऑन वेरी फ्रॉम ऑर्गेनाइजेशन टू ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, बट ये है कि तुमने कंट्रीब्यूट कितने से अच्छे से किया, तुम प्रोजेक्ट को कितने अच्छे से समझ रहे हो, और लाइक कंपटीशन कितना. दैट्स अ फैक्टर, बट डोंट से क्रैक एवर.
ओके. तो अगर तुम्हारी फील्ड का ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ना मिले तो क्या करें भाई? दूसरे प्रोग्राम में अप्लाई कर लो. अगर नहीं मिल रहा कुछ भी, वैसे तो ऐसा पॉसिबल है नहीं.
मिल ही जाएगा.
मिल ही जाएगा, ऐसा होता नहीं है. तो
ठीक है. सो मेरा तो यही सजेशन रहेगा कि यू शुड गो फॉर like thoroughly searching ideas list, and you might not even need to go through everything, just in order to shortlist 3 or 4 projects you're interested in. फिर तो उन 3 or 4 projects में देखो कि तुम किस में सबसे ज्यादा अच्छे से contribute कर पा रहे हो. Like sometimes even contributor frequency matters. So
okay.
और तुम्हें तो उनमें से सबसे ज्यादा अच्छा लग रहा है, किसका तुम्हें आइडिया ठीक से लग रहा है, कौन सी कम्युनिटी के साथ तुम ज्यादा अच्छे से लाइक बॉन्ड कर पा रहे हो, किनका तुम्हें कम्युनिकेशन फ्रीक्वेंसी पसंद है, मेथड्स पसंद है. तो लाइक कुछ लोगों का ये भी होता है कि उनके रेफरेंसेस होते हैं 2 या 3 ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में. कभी तुम इंटरैक्ट करोगे तो तुम्हें थोड़ा आइडिया लग जाएगा कि हम किस स्टाइल क्या कम्युनिकेशन स्टाइल प्रेफर करते हैं. Some people might prefer IRC, some people might prefer straight up video conferencing weekly, something like that. So तुम्हें इस टाइप का भी थोड़ा आइडिया लग जाता है. फिर ये भी थोड़ा प्रेफरेंसेस में जुड़ जाता है. I don't know, बीच में I had a weird thing कि I didn't want to look towards any organization that used IRC as one of the main. But like that is really a silly thing, and none of you should do that. Because most of the organizations, older organizations, end up using IRC, and it's not a bad communication method at all. Yeah, there are even services which help you to like keep track of your chats.
Okay, so there is another question. Like this is a specific one again, but I have seen like this happen to one of my seniors. Like basically, the question says that if you are contributing to any project, and later that organization is not a part of GSOC, so matlab kya? It's dead. Like technically,
Your
what I have heard.
contributions are still alive, right?
Contribution is still alive, but like if the organization lets from the GSOC itself, so you're basically dreaded for that particular GSOC, right? Like you can apply to another one, but you're basically dreaded, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
There are a lot of projects there in GSOC. So there are even organizations which take in independent projects. There are even projects which do not get mentees. Okay. So there's actually a lag in some places, and if you feel like you can contribute there, go ahead and do that. Okay, तुम्हारा जो पुराने contributions है उस organization में जो छोड़ के भाग गई है, it's still going to be valid in a new proposal because it shows कि तुम भाई extended period के लिए एक जगह पे काम कर चुके हो, तुमने यहाँ contribute करा है, ठीक है, और like if the skill set matches, वो और भी अच्छा है, right?
Mhm. So basically, people want to talk about your project, what your project was, and what kind of contribution did you do, and like how did Mentor specifically guided you on that?
Okay.
Yeah.
My project was a cross between documentation and development. Okay, so if you put GSOC projects on a scale of 1 to 10, mine would be a 3 or a 4. 10 being rocket science, 1 being Hello World, but I'm pretty sure there's no Hello World. But there are some projects which are purely documentation. Sometimes that's rare, but sometimes it happens. So my project was actually to design a specific workflow for a review system and then build a bot which could implement that on GitHub. Okay, so first we put in all the factors together. Like you also had to think about how the people factor would come in, how other people, the actual users, would look at the whole interface of how they're supposed to apply for that specific review and how they're expected to go through that. So I worked with my mentor to write down those guidelines. We worked together to work on Markdown, and then later we ended up automating the whole process, like taking a certain checklist and then just calculating specific percentage of what some person has marked out, and then allocating the result of the review system to it. It can get a bit winded up, but it's not that complicated, trust me. So this was my project.
So like, how did your contributors, basically mentors, like guided you upon it? Like, what type of help did they provided you with while you were doing this project?
My mentors were more proficient in they had a better understanding of how the project should work. Plus, my project was related to the diversity and inclusion space where we are supposed to, and my project integrated directly with some specific metrics which are related to how inclusive a certain technical event or how inclusive a certain technical project is being related to how people write their documentation and other things. So we actually had to take this qualitative information, manually write it down into a quantitative checklist which people can look into, and then you had to collect that output data and present it as something qualitative, like simply just taking out the percentage of it and represent it. So initially we were just doing manual estimation about what should be the end result, but that didn't work out. So in the end we ended up making it percentages. So that happened throughout the 3 months, and we also had 2 testing phases, the second of which was more successful.
Okay. So
did that make sense, or do I need to explain more?
Yeah, I guess that did make sense. It's like you don't need to explain your whole project, right? They are not working on the same project. So that's that. Well,
I don't have any issues.
Anyways, talk for another day. I guess people are more into if they know one programming language and what type of skills basically are required while so-called preparing. I don't think so. You prepare for GSOC or something like that.
I guess. You need to be patient with things and just sometimes be prepared to be frustrated.
I mean, technically, do you feel like there are skills required before entering into GSOC? As in programming skills, or you must have worked with some frameworks or something like that. These type of technical skills.
No. Just basic understanding of programming is enough, and rest of the things you can pick up on the way, right? And like some people literally go from 0 to 200 within like pura GSOC ka contribution period, because open source I think kind of speeds up how you learn. Okay, so you're learning specific things and you're investing your energy into that, and like you end up making valuable contributions, and that in turn ends up motivating you even more to work more.
So it's like I would rather say ki if you feel like that you can, yourself without like, leave open source or anything like that. If you feel like you can learn in some skill in particular amount of time, then definitely you can do that while doing GSOC also, right? And it's gonna
And
speed up the process.
I think it ends up speeding up your learning process too.
Well, who is not ready for that? Yeah, so people are again asking like how much like before the did you started contributing to Chaos before the organization list was released, or like when did you started contributing in that, and what type of
I
contribution did you
started
do?
interacting. It was not even a proper contribution. I started interacting with Chaos people to organization list was out. Okay. After the organization list was out. Okay. In February, last week. So before that, I had contributions in other organizations. I did put them in my proposal, but most of my contributions to Chaos were like just helping them out with metrics and doing some minor, very minor stuff for their website, and it was just that. And rest of the things came from my contributions to other organizations. So I think that period was enough for me to get familiar with my mentors.
Okay, so we have pretty much covered like most of the GSOC aspects, and in which semester you went for groceries first time?
Never. I have never done that.
Hmm. Autocorrector sucks. Autocorrect corrector sucks. Yeah, indeed. And we can take this up.
I agree.
When did you did you also applied in first year or second year? Basically, that's what she is asking, I guess.
I intended to apply in first year, but like, पता नहीं मैंने नहीं करा because I was trying to just get in contact with this specific mentor and he did not reply. So I think I kind of regretted I should have done it, but yeah, I didn't apply in first year.
And
But
another one is
it was a pretty like close call. So
okay. Well, so there is another one. What do you mean by learning things like having knowledge of everything or using them practically at least once? I have my sayings on this, but I guess you should talk first.
Like
that you
Astha, you
should be able
mentioned,
to
na,
think.
you,
Huh?
you mentioned ki, from 0 to 200, like there are people who went from 0 to 200 during the period of GSOC. So, like, there must be something ना कि इन्होंने ये चीज सीखते चले गए, अब वो कितनी सीखी, like स्टार्ट करा, क्योंकि ये क्वेश्चन मेरे से मतलब लगभग हर रोज कोई ना कोई पूछता ही है, तो मैंने कहा तुम ही बता दो ज्यादा बेटर है, ठीक है। यहाँ से लेके यहाँ तक लाइक कुछ सिलेबस होता है कवर करने के लिए, या फिर जस्ट बस उठाओ और कर दो, उसे सीखना
उठाओ
है।
और कर दो. Like you should be slightly thick-skinned. People in open source are generally not rude, but yeah, you should not be like तुम अपनी तरफ से best करो and just like write what you think is right. It might be wrong sometimes, but you will get feedback and you have to implement that feedback properly, right? And I think there is no problem, at least like ऐसे जो issues वगैरह रहते हैं तो most of the problems can be solved in small increments. ठीक है? So
Like
उसको
ऐसा
break
कुछ
down
कोई
करो.
सीन नहीं है कि अगर कोई क्यूबरनेटिस पे काम कर रहा है, जो कोई क्यूबरनेटिस सीख रहा है, तो उसने पहले पूरा CKAD का सिलेबस खत्म करा होना चाहिए, उसके बाद ही वो कहीं पे कंट्रीब्यूशन मार सकता है। नहीं,
You will become God before becoming an open source contributor.
yeah, that's the point. ठीक है, लाइक उसको पता होना चाहिए हाउ इट इज वर्किंग, लाइक इन द बैक एंड।
पहले जन्नत जाके बोलोगे कि भाई then they would be like नहीं तुम वापस जाके कोडिंग करो.
I'm getting it. ठीक है, अरे यार रोज ही पूछता है ना, तो मैंने कहा एक बार खत्म ही कर देते हैं लोग।
Anyway, so people are interested to know if your first ever proposal was rejected. भाई कौन से proposal की बात कर रहे हो?
I told you I almost applied during the first year, like, but when any case, so I think it counts as a rejection. And but like I really should have applied, so feedback तो मिल ही जाता. Okay, क्या था? Where to find mentors and when did you feel confident enough and prepared to? You will never feel confident enough and prepared to join GSOC, first of all. And mentors can be found like तुम्हारे आइडियाज लिस्ट में तुम्हें मेंटोर्स के बारे में पता चल जाएगा, उसमें कॉन्टैक्ट डिटेल्स रहती हैं, प्लस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का जो ओवरऑल मेलिंग लिस्ट होती है उसमें तुम बात कर सकते हो, उसमें तुम प्रोजेक्ट डिस्कस कर सकते हो. एंड इफ यू ब्रिंग समथिंग अप, देयर इज अ चांस दैट an associated mentor or someone who's knowledgeable about that thing is going to reply to you and discuss it with you, and they might even take it to a separate communication channel where that topic is more relevant. I'm sorry for the lack of full stops. Okay. I have never made any contribution in open source, so can you tell me some example of programming contribution? Okay. Okay. Example of programming contribution can be you are supposed to write a small function which like takes in the specific object, some other function is sending into it and returns it changed and whatever is required. Okay. Like it's a very vague question. And then there could be like you're supposed to revise something, like कुछ पुराना code base लिखा है, but you are supposed to do the same thing with a different method. It could be like if you're using library A and library A is going to be deprecated, so you're supposed to do the same thing with library B. So the user would never get to know कि तुमने कुछ changes करे हैं, but you're actually shifting to a more efficient or more recent method. So this is kind of like a smaller code contribution. Like, I think it's variable in scale, might go from smaller to the scale may vary है, so कभी-कभी होता है कि ये करना पड़ता है. It's kind of a very big question.
You know, all these mixed questions, like I have read it, like it can again be clubbed into this thing that basically again and again it's like you feel that you are a beginner in something and can you apply for GSOC once and for all. Again, please ask them एक बार इस पे लाइट डाल दो ढंग से कि like सारे डोमेन में तुम beginner हो, can you apply? That's it. Or should you apply?
I mean, I am the prime example of that, am I not?
Well, you might as well explain, right?
Like उसमें ये रहता है कि how much you are able to contribute to the organization. They are not going to grade you on the basis of तुम्हारी proficiency कितनी. There's not a test. There's just the proof of your contribution plus the quality of your interaction with the organization. If you are able to add something valuable to any organization, then like there are more chances that you will be selected. Okay, and like okay, wait, I lost the track of the question. So according to, should I start now? Yes, of course. For contribution and apply this year for GSOC, should I wait and continue contributions? And tip, please. Okay, so you can start contributions. It might take you some time to get familiar with how to contribute code and how to exactly follow their guidelines. But like it would be, the more you do it, the better you will get at it. And tips means, okay, so if you're a beginner, you should look for the initial contributing guidelines of the project you're looking into. So if it's a GitHub repository, उसपे usually एक file रहेगी contributing.md या contributions.md. Okay, and अगर उस project के multiple parts है like development, design, documentation, so you are supposed to look at developer documentations का contribution section. तो उसमें वो तुम्हें पूरा बताते हैं कि how you are supposed to set up the local environment of your project, how you're supposed to work on the code, how you're supposed to rerun it. Okay, it's most of those things are pretty comprehensive in like the organizations who participate into GSOC. Okay, and that's a good place to start. And if you get stuck somewhere, you can always research your question well, and you can ask it to the people who are more experienced with that project. Okay. How do you know that?
That was a specific. No. That was for the above question, not a question. Well, so any other questions regarding GSOC? And we are sort of being distracted from the track. The whole point is it's not just about GSOC. You should also ask me, okay, fine, GSOC is always a thing, but there is more, right? Again, open source is not equals to GSOC. There is more. Like you just mentioned, like 5, 6 other programs, right? And there are many more like that. You can always explore those also.
I'll share with you the repository. There's actually a very famous repository. पता नहीं मैं 3-4 बार ऐसे reference दे चुकी हूँ उसका. So it's actually a list of various open source programs by someone called. Let me just bring that up.
So meanwhile you are doing that, there is one thing ki, can we apply 3 times in a row, or like what did you exactly mean by 3 proposals in per company, or like can we apply for multiple years, something like that?
Every year you can put in 3 proposals. Okay, there is no limit on how many times you can apply, but like maximum times you can do GSOC is 2. Okay, I think so. And every year you can put in max 3 proposals, but I would suggest that you focus on 1 or at max 2, क्योंकि like इसमें काफी ज़्यादा सोच विचार डालना पड़ता है कि how are you going to implement something. ठीक है, फिर proposals को revise भी करना होता है. The length doesn't matter. If you are an experienced contributor, your proposal can be 5 pages long and you will get selected. But उसमें condition ये है कि the mentor should know your potential, जो कि होता है कि 1 या 2 साल के लिए contribute करे तो mentors basically know what you are and how you work and if you're compatible in working with them. Okay. So this is actually the list of Summer of Code programs, and as you can see, it's insanely big. जो मैंने mention करे, they were not even 25% of this thing, but they were just the ones which are like more popular over here, जिनका मैंने नाम ज़्यादा सुना है. So yes, you have different competitions as well. FOSSESIA Code Heat, it was related to that. It's kind of outdated. और भी चीजें हैं इसमें. GCI is no longer valid, but like क्योंकि Google is now running Season of Docs and Summer of Code, so they shut down GCI. Anyway, I'll send you the link of that repository later on. Kindly share the links on Discord. Okay, sure. Anything
So I would rather
else?
prefer, like, instead of writing in the chat, you can just unmute yourself and ask right here, right? सारे एफ के है ना खोल के चले गए ना कंप्यूटर
है प्रेजेंट.
क्लास थोड़ी चल रही है भाई, प्रेजेंट का क्या करोगे? क्वेश्चन है तो पूछो. खत्म हो गया.
I was not singing a lullaby, okay.
1.5 साल हो गया भाई कॉलेज में, अब तक खत्म नहीं है मेरे तो ओपन सोर्स से क्वेश्चन. तुम्हारे कैसे हो गए? बताओ. नहीं है भाई, कुछ नहीं, सारे GSOC निकाल लोगे.
मैंने पूछा था, आवाज आ रही है? क्लियर है?
हाँ आ रही है।
जैसे मैंने वेब डेवलपमेंट में करना था रिगार्डिंग जीसॉक। तो जैसे मैंने पूछा था कि जनवरी 30 तक कंपनीज आ जाएंगी, तो अगर जो कंपनी में मैं कंट्रीब्यूट नहीं कर रहा अभी तक, 2-3 कंपनीज पे कंट्रीब्यूट कर रहा हूँ मैं, तो मैंने ये पूछना था कि अगर मैं कंपनी पे कंट्रीब्यूट जनवरी 30 से उस पे करूंगा, जो मुझे लग रहा है कंपनीज जीसॉक पे क्लियर हो सकती हैं, तो वो कंपनी अगर मैं 2 महीने कंट्रीब्यूट करूंगा तो वो वैलिड मानेंगी मेरा सबमिशन? जैसे जो उनका प्रपोजल है, प्रपोजल तो मैं सबमिट कर दूंगा, पर प्रपोजल से पहले 2 महीने कंट्रीब्यूट करना सफिशिएंट रहेगा?
हाँ, क्वालिटी मैटर्स। सो लाइक तुमने अगर मल्टीपल स्मॉल कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशंस करे हैं, so that won't be as valuable as one
One or
valuable
two
contributions.
valuables.
या लाइक तुम्हारा ये होना चाहिए कि तुम्हें प्रोजेक्ट कैसे काम कर रहा है ये समझ आना चाहिए, प्लस तुम्हारे जो कंट्रीब्यूशन है दे शुड एक्चुअली ऐड समथिंग सिग्निफिकेंट टू द
कंट्रीब्यूशन उससे
प्रोजेक्ट।
रेलेवेंट होने चाहिए, मतलब कंट्रीब्यूशंस।
You can even have smaller contribution, like start करने के लिए smaller, then make them bigger as you go. So relevant contributions are valued more. So हाँ,
बट अगर न्यू कंपनी है तो 2 months में अगर मैं कंट्रीब्यूशन दे दूं तो मतलब दे कैन कंसिडर द प्रोफाइल व्हेन आई सेंड द लास्ट प्रपोजल ऑफ द प्रोजेक्ट्स दे आर आस्किंग।
देखो इसमें वेरिएशन होते हैं काफी ज्यादा। कुछ लोग 1 साल के लिए कंट्रीब्यूट करते हैं, उनका फिर भी नहीं होता। कुछ लोग 15 दिन के लिए कंट्रीब्यूट करते हैं, उनका हो जाता है। सो इट एक्चुअली रियली डिपेंड्स ऑन कि तुम्हारी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को स्लॉट्स कितने मिल रहे हैं, एंड तुम लाइक तुम्हारे से ज्यादा कोई फेमिलियर है इस प्रोजेक्ट के साथ जिसको वो ज्यादा प्रेफरेंस दे रहे हैं। ये चीजें भी मैटर कर जाती है कभी कभी। बट उसके अलावा लाइक आई थिंक एनी टाइम to start contribution is a good time to start contribution. तो कर लो अभी।
थैंक यू।
क्या कहते हैं, बिना कंट्रीब्यूट करे स्टार्टिंग में प्रपोजल बना के दे सकते हैं?
डस्टबिन में जाएगा सीधा।
देखो इसका आंसर है हाँ, तुम दे सकते हो। सेलेक्ट नहीं होगा वो अलग बात है, दे सकते हो, तुम्हारी इच्छा पूरी हो जाएगी।
ओके, देयर आर पीपल लाइक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के मेंटर्स को बहुत कुछ झेलना पड़ जाता है, ठीक है, जब वो प्रपोजल्स को देखते हैं। तो कई बार इतने सारे प्रपोजल्स आर एब्सोल्यूट लाइक पता नहीं, लोग डोंट इवन pretend that they're putting in something, they just paste the problem statement there. कई पे होता है, like chaos में इतना नहीं हुआ था because we actually had to make our proposals public. Okay, so we had to put them in a markdown document. एक उनका सेंट्रल रिपोजिटरी है, उसमें एक मार्कडाउन डॉक्यूमेंट थी। उसमें हमको अपना गिटहब यूजर नेम प्लस ईमेल प्लस हमारा जो प्रपोजल का डॉक्यूमेंट है उसके साथ कमिट करना पड़ा था जीसॉक की डेडलाइन से पहले, ठीक है। सो वो एक लाइक वो पब्लिक डॉक्यूमेंट टाइप का हो गया था, एंड इसकी वजह से लाइक जो स्पैम था ना वो एकदम रिड्यूस हो गया था। तो दे वर लाइक वी वोंट बी कंसीडरिंग योर प्रपोजल इफ इट्स नॉट इन दिस लिस्ट बाय द डेडलाइन।
सही है। और कुछ किसी को कुछ पूछना भाई?
प्रपोजल टोटल 2 बार, मतलब मैक्सिमम 2 बार डाल सकते हैं आप कंसेक्यूटिव ईयर्स में, या फिर प्रपोजल सेलेक्ट होने के बाद? नहीं, वो तो एक ईयर में 3 बार डाल सकते हैं ना।
3 बार नहीं, 3 मतलब 3 प्रपोजल
3 अलग प्रपोजल।
हाँ।
तो नहीं, जैसे एक ईयर आपने 3 प्रपोजल डाले तो नेक्स्ट ईयर भी डाले अगले 3 प्रपोजल, तो ऐसे टोटल आप मैक्सिमम 2 कर सकते हो या फिर उससे ज्यादा आप कर सकते हो, आपको चांस बचता है।
मैंने एक ही डाला था।
वो बेसिकली ये पूछ रहा है कि हर साल मतलब तुम कितने भी इनफाइनाइटली मेनी इयर्स यू कैन अप्लाई फॉर जीसॉक, यू कैन ओनली डू जीसॉक 2 times, okay? But you can infinitely apply for many times for GSOC.
हाँ,
ऐसा
not infinitely many, you are supposed to be in college. That's not an experience I would suggest you keep for many years.
Like if you want to go after college, there are other organizations like not GSOC, other ones. पहला क्वेश्चन तो ये पूछो ना कि भाई दुनिया के लिए भला करना तो कर रहे हो कंट्रीब्यूशन ओपन सोर्स में, इसलिए नहीं कर रहे हो कि
वही
जीसॉक होना है।
हम्म,
वही
क्वेश्चन क्लियर होना चाहिए कि वो दे रहे हैं कितनी 1500 जितने भी दे रहे हैं डॉलर में स्टाइपेंड, वो नहीं चाहिए, वो बात की बात है। उससे पहले कि जो तुम कर रहे हो उसको मे भी शायद मिलियंस ऑफ पीपल जो है इस्तेमाल करने वाले हैं, ऑब्वियसली करेंगे ही। तो अगर वो तुम्हारे को एक्साइट कर रहा है देन इट्स गुड। अगर $1500 या जितने कितने 1500 है ना, तो
1500 है।
they might adjust it purchasing power parity के बेसिस पे जो भी करेंगे।
ले लेते हैं 1500। अगर $1500 एक्साइट कर रहे हैं फिर नहीं होगा, फिर तो बहुत ही मुश्किल है।
एक्चुअली मतलब ये बात सही है, लाइक यू नो इट्स नॉट अबाउट लाइक की प्रूविंग अस रॉन्ग और व्हाटएवर, बट लाइक वी एटलीस्ट फील कि सभी करते होंगे मतलब तीनों में से, तो कि इफ यू आर जस्ट गोइंग फॉर द मनी कि हाँ भाई मुझे लाइक यू नो लाइक आई एम गोइंग फॉर लाइक $1500 इन GSOC, तो you have less chances of doing GSOC instead of someone who is actually going for like कि contribution करना है, like I want to make difference in people's lives, that's what really matters.
Plus you should like your project, otherwise you will burn out middle of the work period.
Anyways, I guess that अगर कोई क्वेश्चन है तो भाई अब अनम्यूट करके पूछ लो, I would prefer कर लो यार, वीडियो भी ऑन कर लो, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, मतलब लड़की वजह से बोल नहीं रहा मैं, बाकी कर सकते हैं भाई।